I then went to Truist and got a $50,000 credit line directly into my account. And that is called a no documentation loan, where the bank is willing to give you up to a $50,000 business credit line, and they won't ask you for no documentation, no W-2s, no tax returns, no bank statements, no nothing. There is so much money out there, y'all have no idea. There's so much money out there we don't know because we've been so focused on everything else but the bag, and it's been systematically designed that way. What I mean by that is the Black family, when you sit down and think about it, has not been taught financial literacy really in any phase of the life. The Black family is the lowest income, the highest in divorce, the most single mothers, the lowest educated, the highest in disease, and we don't know financial literacy. And I think it's very important every man and woman watching this take it upon themselves to learn financial literacy, because when you do, your world goes up. So stay to the end of this video. I'm going to show you how I brought my credit score from the mid 600s to a 750 plus and got 100K in funding from the banks. You see, the problem is that we spend hours and hours on hours invested into everything else but our own finances. We spend hours and hours and hours invested into everything else but getting the bag. And that's the problem. And that's the problem right there, that we're so invested into everything else but the bag. Make it make sense. Men will spend hours upon hours building a My 2K player up to a 99 overall, but have a shitty credit score, not knowing that the same time, energy, and effort it takes to get your 2K player to a 99 overall, it would take to get your credit score to 800. It's the same time, it's the same effort, it's the same energy. Our priorities are just fucked up. That's all it is. That's all it is. The same time, effort, and energy it takes to get your 2K player to a 99 overall is the same time and energy it takes to get 100K in funding from the banks, 200K, 300K in funding from the banks. You just don't know what you don't know. So technically it's not your fault, but it is your fault. If you're not where you want to be, if you don't have the amount of money that you desire in your bank account, if you don't have the dream job that you want, it is really your fault, because information is so accessible in today's day and age. Information is free. YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, there's nothing you can't find. Just type it in. You're lazy. Majority of people are lazy, and that's why only 10% end up in the top 10%, because those are the ones who separate themselves from the pack. Those are the ones who say, I'm going to make temporary sacrifices to get to where I want to go. Ask yourself this: when's the last time you made a sacrifice? When's the last time you committed and devoted to something? The bag is out here, y'all. And not too long ago, my credit score was bad. Like most Americans, it was not good. But when I tried to apply for some credit cards and things of that nature, I was getting declined. So I knew something had to change. So I went down the rabbit hole. I went down what I like to call the YouTube rabbit hole, and I spent 100 hours learning about what credit is, so I could fix my credit and so I could leverage my credit. And yeah, I could have paid somebody $500 to fix it for me, but I would have ended up in the same position that I was before, because I was in the position I was before because I was ignorant. I lacked knowledge. I was ignorant. I had a lack of knowledge. So I literally spent 100 hours while I was in the gym I was listening to podcasts, I was watching videos. While I was at home, I was listening to podcasts, watching videos. While I was in the car, I was listening to podcasts, watching videos. Before bed, I was so infatuated. I was so consumed because I understood this. I understood that if I was able to raise my credit score up, money became unlimited and money just became a game. If you're able to increase your credit score, if you're able to get a credit profile that is attractive to the banks, money is unlimited. And once I understood that, then I said, let me pause on the Netflix. Let me pause on other hobbies. Let me pause on the game. Let me pause on going out every weekend, every week, getting drunk, getting faded, getting fucked up. Because I just found the hack that they never taught the black family, at least that I never knew, is that money is unlimited if you got the right credit score. If you got the right credit profile. I'm gonna tell you exactly how I leverage it. So I went down this rabbit hole and I finally fixed my credit and I got my credit to the 750s plus, right? Anyway, so the first thing I did was I opened up an account with Navy Federal, very generous bank to have a ton of good loan and credit profiles. And by the way, I already had an LLC, so I just reactivated my LLC. If you don't have an LLC, go ahead and make one today. Take action right now. So I went in and Navy Fed approved me for about a $10,000 credit card, business credit card. Boom, instantly 10 racks. Then I went to Chase. Chase approved me for a $15,000 business credit card. Boom, instant racks. All back. This is back to back. 25 bands within a couple days because my credit was looking good. Then guess what? You got it. Went to the next bank, applied for a credit card. Boom, another 15 racks, just like that. So now I'm at 45,000 within a matter of a week or two because I was able to leverage my credit. Do y'all know 45K is damn near what the average American is making? That's like the medium household income. And I was able to get that within 2 weeks or so because I put in the time and effort and energy and I learned about credit. So this is where it gets even better. Take notes here. I then went to Truist and got a $50,000 credit line directly into my account. And that is called a no documentation loan, which is up to $50,000, where the bank is willing to give you up to a $50,000 business credit line, and they won't ask you for no documentation, no W-2s, no tax returns, no bank statements, no nothing. They're just gonna check. They're gonna run your credit. And if you got the credit that they're looking for, you got the credit profile that they're looking for, you'll get approved for up to $50,000 within 2 to 3 business days. And multiple banks do this. Truist, PNC Bank, Wells Fargo's, so forth and so on. Y'all, once I learned that they just dropping $50,000 bags on niggas, it's game over. It's game over. That alone was $100K. That alone was $100K. I got just like that. And that's only what, 2-3 banks. How many banks are out there that's giving the bag? Hundreds. Yes, so guess what I'm gonna do next? I'm gonna run to the next bank. I want to do a no documentation loan. Give me another 50 bands, please and thank you. I'm gonna run it back again and again and again. I'm gonna run that shit up because I deserve it. This is the jouet that America been doing. This is the jouet that this is the sauce that's been going on, because the banks have to give you money. They want to give you money. They make money by giving you money. Through interest rates. Now, this video is not me being a credit expert. I'm not a credit expert by any means of necessary. This video is about getting to the bag. And I'm telling you how I got to the bag and how you could get to the bag if you just take the time to commit to it. If you take the time to do 100 hours of research and put in the effort and sacrifice 100 hours to realize that money is unlimited. It's time we level up. It's time we level up. We get to the next phase. We make an impact. That's why I'm that's when the core things I want to get across on this show is getting to the next level. Physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. If you could get $100,000, if I told you I could get you $100,000 in 2 months, but you just had to put the game down, you had to stop watching Netflix, you had to stop going out every weekend, would you do it? And a lot of you guys are going to say yeah, but only 10% of y'all would do it for real. And I know that only 10% of y'all would do it for real because the top 10%. So this is y'all homework, y'all. Learn what credit is, and more importantly, learn how to fix your credit. This is not the video for that. I'm not going to go down the details and all that. There's actually experts on YouTube, on TikTok that will teach you all that. Just type it in. The second thing is, once y'all learn how to fix our credit, get to the bag, y'all. Next thing is learn and figure out what you're going to do with the bag. How you going to spend it. What you going to spend it on. That's the next step I want you to figure out. What are you going to, when you have $100K sitting in your account, what are you going to do with it? Because this money doesn't need to get paid back. Let's not get it confused and twisted. Definitely celebrate when they give you the bag. Buy yourself a little drink, go out, buy a new fit, do whatever you got to do. But the purpose of the money is to leverage it. What are you going to do? Buy a rental property, start a car rental business, start a podcast, finally start your clothing brand. Like there's so much you could do. This is business credit, by the way, so it's not just money to take and splurge. Definitely splurge something, have fun, you're human, but you need to understand that you got to pay this money back. So start thinking about that as well. But thank you guys for tuning in. I am your host, Kev for King. This is the #1 podcast in the world. I'm speaking that into existence, baby.